Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Welcome to my channel. Well, this is a video that I was dreading to make. Not because I don't like those videos, I love those videos, but these videos just leave such huge mess in my room. And then I have to clean for like half an hour. So bear with me. I have a lot of decks to show. This is all my decks of 2023. So most of you know that I review decks and I get most of my decks for reviews, which is really lucky, but also part of my job. I love to introduce interesting, unique, original decks to you. So often I reach out to creators that I actually appreciate the work, and also I feel like it resonates with me and with people who are watching my videos. And we cooperate, I get a deck and I show this deck and I advertise it, and it's a win-win situation because you guys get to know about this deck, you get to know what I think about it. And as I mentioned, I rarely criticize decks because I usually ask for decks that I really like and am drawn to. I do tend to review for a couple of publishing houses. One that I mostly get decks from is Rockpool, and they also ask which decks we want. So I don't, usually take a lot of decks. But the decks I take, I really like. So just to show you one of my favorite Oracle deck from 2023 that I gotten from Rockpool is this Earthbone Oracle. I have gotten a couple of other decks, but I gifted them to my niece and I don't have them on me. But Rockpool Oracles have gotten so much nicer these days. They most often gilded. The paper is nice, they're not too big, they come with a book in a steady box, they're really nice. So this is the Earth and Bone Oracle, and I actually really enjoy it. I like the artwork, I like the keywords. The book is also okay, and I like the aesthetics of it, the colors, perfect for, Halloweenish time, but I'm a weirdo. I like to tend to gravitate towards darker decks in summer, and lighter decks in winter. Oh, that's so nice. So anyway, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle, and I really recommend this one. It's really great. Another deck that I'm just going to grab what I see around me, okay? Another deck that arrived and that is very strange and comes from a wonderful artist, Maria Molteni, Counting to Infinity. It is a modern take on Scopa, Stella Scopa game, and Maria is a great artist. You can, watch our interview on my channel. I really love her work. She does a lot of kind of outside installation and a lot of different projects. She's just really amazing. And we have a very strong common point. We love Mary. So in our interview, we talk a lot about Mary, and her deck, as you can see, is very unique. It's really well made. It's so cute. It has some asteroid cards as well, which I love. And it's a very unique deck. So if you're Italian, you might know the Scopa game. And this is Counting to Infinity by Maria Molteni. And if you like unique decks or something that you can, kind of twist your brain around and like practice your intuitive reading, you can use it also as a divinatory deck. Love this, so good. I want to mention two decks: the Daydreaming in Situ by Annie Ferrar and Ritual Tarot, because even though they came in 2022, in 2023, they came like really late at the end of the year, and I just wanted to show these decks again. It's interesting because I have a couple of friends who wrote me about not kind of being able to connect so well to Annie's deck, to Dreaming in Situ Tarot, because of the kind of huge depiction of the elemental kind of you know, like the pips, the elements. So like there's lots of swords, and then they take over, you know, the image in some way. I, for that matter, love it. This was my drawing point. And also the colors. Oh, the colors in Dreaming in Situ, they're so great. So when you look at this deck, you have to decide for yourself, you know, is this something that would distract you and it's like too much? Or is it something that you, like me, and you actually like it, you know, and it brings in some... I just love how it looks, actually. So it doesn't really distract me from the image. So this is Dreaming in Situ Tarot, and I actually really like it. So I wish it was a little bit smaller maybe, or on a little bit more flexible paper, even though paper is quite flexible, but the cards are quite, like, it's a bit of a handful. And then the Ritual Tarot, I don't have to introduce it to anybody, everybody knows it, right? So Ritual Tarot is amazing. It's by Tierra May, and it is a great reader. It's a color deck, modern. Here the cards are kind of much easier to use. They kind of, I don't know, just softer in some way, like, you know, to touch, tactile. And I want to just look for the, I think, is it the Strength card with the ladybugs? If I can find it, I'm going to show it to you, because it reminded me of this video I did about the burial grounds that I found around my house. And when I was recording, you can see it in my, you know, second last video. There were all these ladybirds appearing in December, which was just so cool to see. And I was at this grave. Or maybe I already kind of missed it. Oh no, there she is. So she has all these ladybugs here that reminded me of the burial grounds, and just the earth here. It's beautiful card. So Ritual Tarot, also mentioning it, even though it came at the end of 2023 or 2022. And I just wanted to mention it. So let's move on to all the Marseille beauties that I received. So from Irene, from Naples Artesanos, I gotten this Swiss Marseille Tarot. So if you're a fan of Marseille decks, I love her paper. It's this kind of ilmenagelish waxed tactile experience. It's for people who maybe crave a little bit more color in Tarot de Marseille, but it's very, you know, classical take on Tarot de Marseille, nothing too frivolous, just the color and beautiful, beautiful paper, and a really great execution of the cards. So, oops. And Irene also at some point has sent me a playing card deck, which I'm going to show you. I just can't put it back in somehow. Usually it goes in nicely. And she also has created this Palatian playing cards. They're actually really beautiful. So everything is handmade, you know. This is like artisan work, right? Same paper, like really gorgeous. And I actually love this deck. So if you wanted to study playing cards, or you're thinking of, you know, just picking up a deck, I think this is like really cool. It's off-white. It's, as you can see, this kind of, you know, stained tea color, and the imagery and the line of the faces, it's so gorgeous. I really love it. So this is Palatian, I don't know if 64 of those. I don't know if they're still available or not, but this is really, really sweet. So I love this. She also makes Lenormand, and yeah, it's really, really great. So this was from Naples Artisan. And then I received quite a couple of decks from Midnight Tarot. I showed this little Tarocchino Milanese. It's a small deck by Gergely. He also reproduces, he reproduced also Jacques Viville, which I don't have on me right now. It's in another room, I'm sorry, but I love all the decks from him. In this one, I don't know what, but I wish the paper was a little bit less sticky maybe. It's unhelpful, but it's smaller cards, and it's really beautiful, you know, when you look at it. It just has this special coloring, and it's from Milan tradition. And he also sent one of my favorite decks of 2023, and this is this Tarocchi 2023. Okay, so I love the backs, love this color, love the edges, sharp edges, and I love the line of this Tarot de Marseille. So it's, as you can see, it's reimagined, different colors, but fairly traditional, and just a little bit different, you know, like it's close-ups of those people. And oh, it reads so well when you just like put a couple of cards up. It's really, really beautiful. Love it. So I highly recommend this one, Tarocchi 2023 or Tarocchi 23. And I have it in like one critical point about Gergelis decks are the boxes. And this one actually is quite good, but the rest, I just can't keep them in the boxes. They fall apart. They handmade also, you know, but I don't know if Artisan Tarot, oh no, maybe they don't make it. But yeah, they also feel like, you know, they kind of glued boxes, but they good. You can use them. Gergelis boxes you can't use. But I keep it in this cool bag that Louise sent me from, I will link it below. She makes the best tarot bags, and this is for Oracle Door, but I love the box of Oracle Door, so I keep my Oracle Door in the box. So from Artisan Tarot, also a couple of different decks, but these were my favorites. So Jacques Viville also. It's Artisan Tarot decks are amazing. They printed on linen paper, so they little, you know, like they're not so heavy. They have great colors. They have really amazing reproduction and easy to use. You know, this paper is like really good on your hands. So if you use decks every day like myself, if you read for other people, you know, I shuffle decks every day like for years now. And if it's too heavy to shuffle, it's just like, you know, hard to use. This little Solesio Majors Only, I love these decks so much. So this is the colors, the little line, it's just so sweet. Really, really cute. So this is really cool. I love it. And then they also have the Tarot de Ambiguities. I think it's just one of my favorite decks of 2023. It's fun to use. It's by Alejandro Rozan in cooperation with Artisan Tarot. And it's just so beautiful. Love this. I think they're working on like a mix of Tarot de Marseille and Rider-Waite-Smith. I hope I get to review this one as well. But this one is just fun. It's a little bit quirky, you know, you've got to take a piss a bit. But yeah, it's awesome. I really love it. It's a great reader too. So Artisan Tarot, I'm so just glad to see how they developed and how they keep up with their work. It's really amazing. All right, so if we on Tarot de Marseille, then I have to, oh, actually there's one more deck from Artisan Tarot, also playing cards, and they called Momentum playing cards, also great. This is like linen paper in their case. And if we want to see the faces, also really cool. Very clear, clean, kind of very classical looking deck. So yeah, I think out of these two, I do prefer the Artisanos playing cards just because I love their faces, but this is awesome too. And then I got two colorful Marseille decks. So Estrella Tarot from Ash. And this was produced in 2022, but I received it in 2023. This is an inclusive and colorful and a bit like quirky, queer, crazy, very fun. You know, if you feel a bit stuck in winter, you can get Magician as Michael Jackson. And I love Ash's artwork. It's cool. There's Amy Winehouse. So, you know, there's a lot of kind of fun features and fun people. And it's still kept to tradition, which is really nice. So yeah, I really like this one. And it's on linen paper, shuffles great. It's a great box, well done, nice colors, love it. And then of course the Pips Peak as well. We seeing this gorgeous cloth by Zara as well. I've been actually using this deck now for my Where is the Full heading readings. So the majors are separated, as you can see. I love it. So if you gotten recently the Where is the Full heading in 2024 from me, you might have gotten it with the Pips Peak tarot deck. I've been also using the other majors only, like this one, made from Piotr at some point by I can't remember the artist's name now, but Piotr from Tarot Tree. And yeah, Zara's deck is amazing. I like that it's small, it's so beautiful, it has all these sparkly bits, it's amazing. And I highly recommend the readings. Of course I do them, so but you can read the reviews, and it's one of the like funkiest reading you can get for yourself for inspiration for New Year's. You get your astrological cycles, the tropical astrological cycles, and you get tarot and oracle reading. So 3 cards from Tarot de Marseille, where is the full heading, what is the full leaving behind, and also just different chosen tarot and oracle decks. All right, I have to say, this one I bought myself. Oh no, I got it for a gift for my birthday, but Cozy Tarot Witch deck, Cozy Witch Tarot deck, it's so cool. It's mass produced. It's by Amanda Loveless, and artwork is by Janina Medeiros. Oh, I love this deck. It is such a fun deck. I took it to my friends when we were doing like dream boards, and everybody just pulled one card as an inspiration for 2024. It's so cool. It's sweet. It has such a nice kind of not stupid, not childish take on tarot, but in quite a positive way. Let's just pull one card for us, shall we? So this is going to be an inspiration, collective inspiration for 2024 from the Cozy Witch Tarot, all right? Knight of Cups, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. And to me, that always speaks of appreciation and gratitude. And yes, romanticize because it's Knight of Cups, right? But I feel it's also about feeling our emotions, allowing ourselves to feel what needs to be felt, and really taking an effort to stop and appreciate what we have, because not all of us can appreciate life right now. And those of us who can, it's your duty to do so. So this is the Cozy Witch tarot deck. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then another oracle deck that's really beautiful and soulful, and I love pulling it also for people's readings. It's from my dear friend Vicky from Sacred Skins and Medicine Things, Vicky Liddell. And this is called Language of the Earth. And she is a wonderful artist. She has created the artwork for this deck herself. And it's based on her adventures with animals, her visions, her dreams. She lives in Tasmania, and she has such deep connection to nature and to all things animals and plants. So please watch a review of this deck that I did. The cards are lovely. They're quite thick actually, but they shuffle really well. I mean, not like you wouldn't riffle shuffle them, right? But you wouldn't riffle shuffle this anyway. It's kind of like really beautiful, respectful, deep oracle deck. I really love it. So Language of the Earth by Vicky, and that was a gift from Vicky as well. It's beautiful. I have to mention these two decks by Julie because they also arrived at the very beginning of 2023. This is Journey into Egypt Tarot. This is by Julie Kuchia Watts. And as I said, you can get this now in this format. This is the Real Sky Astrology Tarot, so another deck, but you can get Journey of Egypt Tarot in this format. So you can see the difference like this. So this is Make Playing Cards format, and it's matte. This is glossy, and this is self-published by Julie. She said in the beginning of the year that she still had around 100 of those. So if you want to get the deck from Julie herself, you have to write her, or maybe she has them on her website. I'm not sure. I cannot link her website because it doesn't work in Europe, so I can never access it. But I know that you can write Julie on Instagram. She's very open, very friendly. And if she still has those decks and you're interested in a copy of her first published one, you can get it from her. She had, she signs them, and you know, I had 839 from 1,000. And so this is Journey into Egypt, and this is one of my favorite decks of 2023, which is the Real Sky Astrology. So it's the constellational based astrology. Julie adds also like these are, you know, Venus squared and planet 9 opposition. So she adds another planet into this mix, and she takes a point of view from, you know, ancient Egyptian astrology observation, and also lore and myths and gods. And there is just a workbook for this deck that I highly recommend. It's coming up in about 2 weeks. It's going to be a revised edition, and I think you should get this revised edition. I bought mine through Lulu, I think. Or whatever that's they're selling it through in Europe. But these are interesting decks if you're into astrology. This speaks about ages and precession of equinoxes. The other speaks about all the constellations and astrological aspects and just charts. And Julie Kuchia Watts is amazing, and she has a lot of videos, so take a look at her work as well. Another deck that I've gotten in 2023 is Mystagogus by Josephine McCarthy. I really love her other deck, the Quaira Magician, and this one is also a wonderful deck. I have to say that I'm used to Magician, her previous deck, so much that this one is a little bit different. The other one is very powerful, like, you know, sometimes I'm scared to pull cards from the other deck. I actually wrote here the name and the number because every time I had to go through like the image in the book to search for the information. But this deck is more from this like a solitary practitioner. It's very much about a magician's initiation into its own craft, you know, so it feels different. It's also very powerful. Her decks are no shit, like sometimes, you know, they like and so if you're into work like this, it's very good. But if you have Quaira Magician deck, I'm kind of, I could probably survive without this one, but if I between these two, I would probably choose her first deck, but this one is really good. Magical Botanical Oracle, I have gotten it also this year. This from, you know, like when they come from Amazon, you can kind of purchase them. It's more expensive to get something from the States for us or from Canada. So I'm really grateful for all the creators who send decks to me, because I know that the postage is expensive and I just have to pay fees for everything anyway. But yeah, this deck is beautiful. It's artwork by Maxine Miller, and it has a lot of poisonous plants. So when I was studying with Catherine Solly, this deck was a constant companion. The book is written by Christopher Penchak. He's also really great, well known for his books about magic and Wicca. This one I've gotten for under the Christmas tree, you know, from my husband. It's called Messages from the Light. And this is an old deck. I've seen it forever, you know, but I never have gotten it, but I always liked it. So I kind of asked my husband to get it for me. And I love it. If you have, again, this Where is the Full Heading in 2024 reading, you probably have gotten a card from this deck, or at least some of you, because it's a wonderful deck. It's a kind of, I don't know what it is about. There's a good energy about this deck. It's simple keywords and they are messages from the light, you know. You really kind of feel good energy from it. There is just something healing about this deck. And some of the cards are stunning. Like, I love this New Vision card, and there's a lot of them. Forgiveness, New Vision is cool. So yeah, it's really cool. I like it. And it's mass produced and you can get it anywhere. All right, what else do we have? I also have gotten, because it's pink, this Unfurling Goddess inspiration cards. It's also quite a, doesn't really come with a big book. It's a deck by Rockpool, but I got it through Amazon. And it's art is by Akal Pritam. And I don't know why. I use it for chakra kind of information, because all of the cards are connected to certain chakra. And I kind of like the artwork. And they came with a little wooden stand as well, which is kind of a nice touch. You can put the cards in. And I enjoy the artwork. And in the back, you know, there's like what chakra it is, a little message, which is okay. Doesn't really, like, you know, the writing is okay. It doesn't really do much for me, but it's okay. It's informational, you know. It's, you can know the chakras, and then I pull sometimes my chimes and just use them for readings. So sometimes, again, if you got any reading from me, you might have gotten the chimes as well. And by the way, I highly recommend the full reading because it finishes end of January. So if you would like to get the inspiration with astrological cycles and dates for 2024, grab it now before it expires, and then it comes back next year. But yeah, so this is the Unfurling Goddess Oracle, just mass produced by Rockpool. I hope you're having fun. Grab a coffee or drink or whatever you feel like. Circle of Doors, one of the favorite decks of 2023. I think everybody is probably bored by it by now, in quotation marks, because a lot of us are showing it and a lot of us are liking it. And no wonder, because it's a complete project. It has awesome artwork. It feels great. It's made like to perfection. The book is amazing. You can actually do a lot of shadow work with this deck, I think, and with this book. It's really great. It's deep. You get questions, you get affirmations, you get information, you get little poems. Wonderful. So Circle of Doors Tarot, highly recommended. All right, let's go next. Guys, this is going to go on for a while. So this Polarity Wellness Tarot by Miriam Jacobs. I had an interview with Miriam. It came with a book as well, Tarot in Motion. And there is something that is really kind of, I think what annoyed me about this deck is that Miriam had elemental associations wrong on the card. So what I did, I added, you know, she had, where it was air, she had fire, I guess, and then where it was fire, like the sun, she had air element, and it just annoyed me. So I, like, you know, marked this as a black line because there was like little line in here So here I added air element to justice because it was fire. So this was my only like annoying moment. But other than that, I really like this deck. It's so cool. And in the book, she tells you, and she also has classes in the book. She tells you like how can you move, and it's an integrative deck also, and it shows you what body part you need to maybe pay attention to with certain archetype and how to move. It's creative. I like the artwork. I actually really enjoy it. So, you know, I kind of tend to not to look at those elemental associations and I'm fine. But this deck is for somebody definitely who likes to do integrative tarot, who likes to move with the cards, dance the cards, or for people who collect decks. And this is something, you know, somatic tarot deck, something original, something different. You can listen to our chat on my channel in Inspired Tarot Map. This Astro Tarot deck by Hermine Maria Zeil and Rita Mühlbauer I got from my friend Antonio. Thanks, Antonio. And it's a cool astrology cool deck when you have associations of Mars in Aries and Venus as Libra. So how would it play out in an image? Mars is in Aries and then Uranus is in Aquarius. How would that play out? So I love the idea how they mix the different, you know, different archetypes in astrology and astrological signs and planetary motion. So for example, Venus rules Taurus, but also Venus rules Libra. So there is like this bull and she's so comfortable and self-obsessed in a bit. This is, you know, Pluto in Scorpio. We have this death and Jupiter in Sagittarius dancing with death that can dance. So it's interesting. And I haven't been playing with this deck too much, but I am fascinated by it and I am going to get back to it maybe this year, we'll see, but it's a really cool deck. I'm not sure if it's still available, it might be out of print or maybe you can get it. It's by Piatnik 2015, maybe it's not available, I'm not sure. Another one that we all know I managed to fuck up, that's the Goddess of Love Tarot. So if you haven't, take a look at our live chat with Natalia from Tarot Shrink. I did paint my deck in blue, and then I decided that like I needed another blue element, so I painted the moons blue as well. So everybody in tarot community who knew this was laughing at me. A couple of people said they liked it, but most of people were a bit like, what the fuck? So this deck is awesome. I'm loving this deck. This was also one of my favorite in 2023. I was first like not sure if I want to really get it because I thought like, oh, another college deck. It's, you know, a little bit like Ritual Tarot, a little bit like Tarot in Dreaming in Situ. But the coloring, and it feels different. It's really very femme. She chose a lot of imagery that I really love. I enjoy the coloring. So yeah, Goddess of Love Tarot, very, very cool. And mass produced, so easy to get and no fees for us. I also received this amazing gift from my friend Naomi. Hi Naomi, if you watch it. And it was this beautiful edition, limited edition of Gaian Tarot by Joanna Powell Colbert. And I kind of had the small edition of Gaian Tarot at some point. I swapped it with somebody, and then also I had the mass-produced edition, but I didn't like the borders and I haven't used it. And in the end, Naomi sent me this one, and the paper in this one is amazing. I love it so much. So this is Joanna. So thank you, Naomi, so much. I love it, appreciate it. And this is the first time I actually keep using this deck. So sometimes, you know, sometimes printing or love that people send it with helps you to reconnect with certain decks. Another one that I mentioned and love is one of my favorite oracles of 2023, which is the EME Oracle. I talked about this deck before, so I'm just going to show you a couple of cards. It's beautiful. The cards are amazing. The artwork is amazing. The book is amazing. The mothers are powerful forces of nature. If you want to use this deck, you know, treat it with respect. Love it. Very, very cool. My favorite Oracle deck of 2023. Okay, I also got in 2023, this was actually a gift to myself at the very beginning of the year. I bought it from Black Sibyl tarot shop, but I saw that she's selling her shop in Holland. But yeah, that was this book and deck, and Drowning, Tarot of the Drowning World. It is such a great deck. It's just, you know, it's wonderful. It's pips, and it's kind of artistic. You cannot go wrong. It's amazing. I love it. And you would think, oh, you can't read with this shit. Like, you can, and the book is actually so great. I love the book of this deck, so I highly recommend, if you get this deck, or for that matter, maybe any deck by Falk and Orlowski. I think they books help to navigate, you know, this kind of world and different Fledermaus workshop, you know, this world of which they produce and put out to us. All right, let me just take a look at my list. So, Cozy Witch, Counting to Infinity, Pips, Ancient Postures, and oh yes, the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. That is, where did I put it? Let me just grab it. So, Lemurian Starchild Oracle, you know, I have the big version, but also this year they have created the small version, comes with a bag, and you can get it, you know, it doesn't have borders, it has only one keyword here, and then you can scan the cards and you can access the book in many different languages. And so, yeah, I think I'm kind of going to stick to my old version, maybe because I have used it and it served me so well. But this is definitely easier, you know, because the other ones were quite big. And this one is easier when you want to travel, when you want to just have an easy access to the book, and we all with the phones. So, yeah, that's a small pocket version of Starchild Oracle. What else do we have? Tarot of Ambiguities, Estrella, Manzil Tarot. Oh yeah, I did get also this Manzil Tarot, and I have an interview with Rebecca. She's from River Mothers on Instagram. She has a couple of different editions. I would recommend edition that has the descriptions of what constellation it is, what tarot, and manzils. Sometimes she just gives you like Sagittarius and that's it, or High Priestess. And I like to know that this is also Cassiopeia, you know, that she uses ancient equinoxes, so it's based on constellations, it's based on fixed stars, and other than that, it's like playing cards. So it's a tarot with constellations and kind of pippish representations of the minor arcana. And I love it for studying, and it's a very kind of unique, different deck. It's available through Make Playing Cards as well. Real Sky Astrology with Power of the Yin Oracle. Oh yes, this is also gorgeous. See, I just keep I keep getting up because I forgot. So Power of the Yin Oracle by Daven Lee, and it's illustrated by Yael Bernard. It's a gorgeous deck as well. It's very femme. It's for like embodiment and feeling into the moment, really into the present. It's beautiful, kind of gentle take on the images by Daven, and the images are sweet, you know, very feminine. As you can see, a lot of curves, not many hard corners. But yeah, it's a really sweet deck. It's peaceful deck. So you pull one card. You don't really do many card readings with this deck, or at least I don't. And you just let it sink in. What else do we have? Ritual Tarot, Bestiary of Women. Oh yes. And this is by this deck. I think it's not available yet, but it's going to be, because she had a successful Kickstarter. It's by Hanya Tricoire, and it's her it might look a little bit different, but she painted all these different goddesses from all over the place, UK. Okay, so it's in her style. She has this cute, cute drawing style, a little bit maybe like childlike, and it has all these elements. So it's kind of like tarot plus oracle cards. She's writing the book with her mom. So this is Bestiary of Women by Hanya Tricoire. Earth and Bone Oracle, yes. Language of the Earth, yes. Remembering the Sweet, now a couple of my fave decks as well. So I did mention this one, right? I did. So Magical Nature Tarot. It's so great to hold. Oh, love this deck. It's, if you like nature, you would love it. Even if you're not like crazy about the artwork or whatever, it's just such a great deck to hold. And the textile kind of experience of holding it, shuffling it, knowing that you're touching the plants, it's wonderful. Love it. I'm going to talk to Marjorie, the creator of this deck, on Inspired Tarot Map at some point. And then Remembering the Sweet Fool Tarot, such wonderful deck. I love it. So great. One of my favorite this year as well. It looks, but it's not AI, all right? It's not AI. It's photographed by Trisha, and she reworked her own art. And it's just elemental. It's, a little abstract, so it's not a deck for the beginners. But if you're drawn to this artwork, just go for it, because you can really tune into the cards and like be archetypal about it, okay? So then also there is this gorgeous deck by Linda Hill, and I just want to pull some stuff out, because her decks always come in these like linen bags, and this one came also with it came with this gorgeous image, and then it came with a tea and with a couple of different little bits and pieces. So there's smells so good. There's oregano from Greece in this cute bag. There's tea, and there is this labyrinth. So this is based on the Dionysus and Ariadne myth. And actually I couldn't get into this deck for most of the year, but then at some point I'm like, got it. I really read the guidebook. I read a little kind of my choices of different websites about the myth of of Dionysus, Ariadne, and Minotaur, and it's just made so much sense when I read it, that like I love this myth, and I didn't realize so much about this myth. I didn't know that Ariadne was like, it was like a broken heart, such a story of betrayal, and then this like happy fucking ending. I didn't know that. So it was really like great to learn. So I'm really grateful to Linda that she has made these two decks, the Red Threads and Red Seed Tarot, to make me really appreciate the Persephone and Demeter myth, and also the myth of Ariadne and Minotaur and Dionysus. This Deva Tarot I got myself because a friend of mine told me that it's available, and I think it's not like it's not copied and just made by somebody because it's thick. It feels like old stock, you know. And it came from Czech Republic, but I just saw, I was like, blah, 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 should I tell you how to get it? And then I saw on their website, on the place where I got it, that they ran out and they will maybe replenish, you know, the stock on 16th of January. So you can get it through libristo.pl. I think they send all over the place. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. So this is a out of print deck in most places. It's from Piatnik and it has an extra element added, so you know it's a bit of a brick. This one comes with German booklet, so if you're upset about it, don't get it because it doesn't have English translation. But if you know tarot, you can, you know, kind of read with it anyway. All right, guys, do we have anything else? Red Thread, Magical Nature, Deva, Tarot, Piatnik, Egyptian Star Oracle, 50 Plants and Wild Alchemy, Anna Kay and Lenormand. And okay, so I showed these decks, but I'm going to show them I'm not going to take the cards out. And these two, 50 Plants That Heal and Alchemy Lab, botanical decks, really great. And I also have gotten, that's true, from Anna Kay. And I'm going to show you because this is great. So I did have the mass-produced version of Anna Kay Tarot, which I loved, and I really liked the book that came out. This edition, mass-produced edition, is great actually, but she also has her own kind of indie edition, and I think this is the second edition. In the first one, people were complaining that it's a bit too dark. And as you can see, it has those smaller borders and it's little kind of writing. It's very nice. It feels good. The paper is nice. So no changes other than the size of the cards and the paper, and the booklet is not as cool as in the mass published one. And it comes like this. But her Lenormand is great. So this is Anna Kay Lenormand. And the cards are small and so cute. So this is like some spare. I'm not maybe such big fan of the people cards because they kind of fantastical. There's a weaver and cat, and this is an extra card. But other than that, you know, it's really great. So there's snake, ship, birds. It's very expressive. I like it. It makes sense. So this is another people card that I chose, but again, they're not my favorite. Heart, tree, clouds, crossroads, and so on. It's really cool. I love the artwork. It's kind of quite no, you have to have a Lenormand that is quite clear. You don't want to think twice when you see the image when you do Lenormand, because you pull a lot of cards out and it's just a different divination system. So it has to be very clear at what you're looking at. And I think she achieved it, and it's really, really great. And then it comes also with this guidebook, not chunky, but not, you know, not like tiny. And you have all these different descriptions and examples and so on. So this is from Anna Kay, and I think, guys, that's it. We made it. These are all the decks that I've gotten in 2023. As I mentioned, I've gotten a couple of decks from Rockpool, a couple of oracles, but I gifted them to my niece, so I don't have them anymore. And I've gotten Be Real Tarot from Tarot Midnight, which is somewhere else. I can't find it right now. But other than that, you've seen it all. Let me know. How many decks was it? I'm not sure, but I hope you enjoyed it. Much love.